Hi Stitchy friends, my name is Molly and I go by Molly McMaker here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and this is a channel about cross stitch. Today is not going to be a normal floss tube. It's going to be a kit parade. So I wanted to show you all of the kits that I have for projects that I have. So I filmed my floss tube earlier today, and it's now nighttime, so I'm using all artificial light, so my lighting might be a little different than normal. Also, I got my hair cut, and I couldn't waste the hairdresser, so we're gonna film this video. So let's get into it. There's gonna be a lot of zips. Sorry. The first thing that I have is I Love Fall Most of All by Brenda Gervais. And my original plan for November was to start this and another project, but I started several things last month and I didn't end up getting to the last project. And so I don't know that I'm gonna start. Where did my pattern even go? Oh. I don't know that I'm going to start this one this month. I think I'm going to start the other one because I don't know that I'm going to have enough time. But I have this pattern. Sorry about the dog. He's dropping his bone. And then I have a 36 count light mocha for the fabric. And I have pulled a bunch of flosses for this project for my stash. And then I also have I believe this is an Aurifil floss, and I've never stitched with Aurifil before, but this seemed like it was gonna go well. So I was excited to try that, but now I guess we're gonna have to wait until next year. We'll see. So that's one project. And then the other project that I do intend to start in November is the November Oscillated Turkey by Lindy Stitches. So I have also pulled some thread for this. I don't have any fabric in here, but I have lots of fabric in stash, and I'll just pull from that. So I guess another thing that I wanted to clarify with this kit parade is I might not have, these are not like fully kitted things, but I have, I think, all of the things. They're just not all together because I have a fabric stash. I can pull from fabric stash. I have a big box of variegated fancy flosses that I don't really like to pull from until I'm actually going to stitch something, because then it's kind of like away from the thread box and I can't use it for another project. And then if I don't start it right away, well, then it's just sitting there being unused. So I sometimes will not fully pull for a project, but I still consider it kitted. So this is like a full kit to partially kitted parade. I have tons of Christmas projects that I'm planning to start this year. So in December, I believe my plan, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna put all of my whips away that I was working on in the fall, with the exception of Mary Morgan's. I still need to do 2,200 stitches on her a month to meet my goal. So I'm gonna do that one, and then I think work on Christmas ornaments. So these are some of those. I have Polar Bear Peak by Hands On Design. I have all of the floss for this. This is fully kitted because I have the floss, I have the pattern, and then I also have the 32 count Polar Plunge from Fabrics by Stephanie. And if I decide that I want to do multiples of these, I also have Whale Hello There and Wally the Walrus. I want to do all of them, but I'm going to finish these first and then I'll buy the other patterns. So I'll probably do one of those this year and then we'll start on some others for next year. I also have a Classic Christmas from Hands On Design. I do have this fully kitted. I'm not doing the called for flosses. I really wanted to do some teals. So here's the colors for those. Oh gosh, I hope I wasn't showing you the pattern there. Oops. But these are the numbers for those that I'm planning to do. I don't know that you can see that. Okay. But anyways, I have a Cosmo floss in there that I got randomly with something. So I was going to try that out. But anyways, I think this will be really cute. I'm excited about that. Don't have the fabric pulled, but again, plenty of fabric in the stash. I'll put up a picture of the next one. It is also a Hands On Design ornament. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm sure the name will be on the pattern. But I have stitched 2 of the ornaments already, and I just have one more to stitch. So I have the linen for that already cut. This is 32 count charcoal, Belfast. So I think that's swag art. And then since I already started it, I have all the flosses pulled, and I believe these are all the called for flosses on that. I take that back. Maybe some of them are, I think these are all the called for flosses. And then I also have an additional Hands On Design ornament. And I believe these were both released last year. They're either released last year or the year before as a Jingle Ball exclusive. The other one was in their ornament booklet. Actually, I think it was 2 years ago because I don't think I got the ornament booklet last year. But they use the same thread and it's the same fabric. So I have all of the stuff for those. I want to do both of those this December. And then what else do I have here? Ooh, okay. And then I mentioned in my last Flosstube that I wanted to do some more of the Satsuma Street little ornaments on perforated paper. This one just says tree topper. So he'll be super cute. It's fully kitted. So I have everything for that. I think, which one did I have this for? I think I pulled this fabric for A Classic Christmas, which is 32 count Mint Splash Lugana. I think that's what this is for. I guess we'll find out later. Okay, so more Christmas. I have the 12 Days of Christmas stockings by Annie B's Folk Art. So I am planning to start this Christmas. I believe this is 18 count Ada. A friend of mine that I recently conned into starting cross stitch bought this, and then she bought a giant piece of it, and I think that's going to work really well for that. I haven't bought the beads for it yet, but I have them in my cart and I will be buying it very shortly. So some more Christmas is, this is the 12 Days of Christmas cross stitch by Vivian Powers from Vibster. And so I had seen this, can you see this? I had seen Carrie from Tiger Lily Designs start this. I'm not planning to do it as a sampler. I'm planning to do it as ornaments. I have one that I've already completed. I have all of the floss for it because I've already started it, and I have the fabric must be in another bag, and then I have a ton of other floss for the whole thing. But I want to make ornaments with those, and like I said, I finished one and I plan to start another one also in December. I also have several, oh, maybe this is just one. I take that back. I have several Tiny Towns, but this is just one. This one is Frosty Tiny Town from Heart and Hand. I have pulled my own color conversion for this because I'm planning to start it in December because I want to try to have it stitched before January 1st so that I can display it January 1st. I've already completed the Christmas one, so I will be putting that on my spool. We'll see. I still have Halloween on there, and I want to do the Thankful one, but I don't have that yet. Anyhow, so I have some flosses that I have pulled for this, and I'm still trying to decide exactly which fabric I'm going to use. I have this Dove 36 count Dove from Color and Cotton. I think that will match the example quite well. But I also pulled this 36 count Stone Washed by Seraphim Fabrics because I thought this also might be kind of cute. I don't know if it's too much blue on blue on blue, but we'll see. So I haven't quite decided, but I have two options for that. Also, I have most of these in these like Amazon bags. I have a couple different sizes. This is the bigger one, but I really like these to store my kitted projects. So I put my projects that I'm working on in fabric bags that I have either purchased or made myself. And then if it's a whip, or if it's just a kit, then I put them in these plastic ones. I do actually have a few whips in the plastic ones, but that really irritates me, and I really want a fabric bag for them. So I will be making fabric bags for all of those. Okay, next up, I was a part of the Hands-On Design Gather Round Club, and I finished one set, which I believe was the first one, was a spring, and I have all of the other ones that I haven't started. But from Hands-On Design, we have Gather Butterflies, and this came with the Lady Dot Creates Rick Rack, and Gather Pumpkins, also with the Lady Dot Rick Rack, and then Gather Pine Cones, which is so cute. I mean, they're all cute, but Gather Pine Cones with the Rick Rack. So I have the fabric already cut for those. And then I also have all of the floss. So what they did was they sent you the floss that you needed, and then if there were months where you just needed a little bit extra, they sent you the extra. So that was for that month, and then I guess for this month we were just adding just a few colors. So I have all of the things to start this. I just need the time. Next we have Alforce embroidery. Oh gosh. I don't remember what this one is called. It's the one with the whale. And it's printed in Russian on the front of this. But, oh, it's on the back. Just kidding. It's called Monster Wonder Whale. But this comes with a piece of linen, which, okay, all the details are on the back. If I can read it. It comes with 32 count Zweigart. It doesn't give it a color. It's just this kind of yellowy color. I don't know if I'm going to stitch it on this. We'll see. But it comes with the linen. It also comes with a giant pattern. And I can't show it to you, but you can, if you want to stitch from the pattern, you can like cut little pieces out of it and just like stitch that motif, which is kind of cool. And then it also comes with just like the full pattern. And then we have all of the threads on these cute little bobbins. So those are the threads. Okay, you can see that. And then the bobbins have the little symbol on them. So those are super cute. I haven't stitched with these, but I'm excited to do that. I think I saw this on Bendy Stitchy's channel and decided that I had to have it. And then it just sat because, again, we need some more time. One of their projects that I don't have that I really, really want is the Swan Lake project. I was in dance when I was younger, and I love the Nutcracker. We go see that every year. And, but Swan Lake is like my favorite ballet. I love everybody in tutus. So I do want to stitch that one at some point, and I think I want to get the full kit from them because I want all of their threads. So we'll see. Okay, next up I have White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick. I love this. I think Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, and Bridget, the Museum Stitcher, have a salve for that right now. I have pulled a 32 count hibiscus from Fiber on a Whim for this project. And one thread. Sorry if you can see my dog. He apparently wants to say hi. And then I just put this in this project bag. This is my Hildeboo and Sunflowers 2. This is what I was planning on starting in October, but I didn't get to it because I just didn't have enough time. And I didn't want to start something and then just have it sit because I want to have fewer whips. But I did pull a bunch of flosses. These are the colors that I had pulled, although that's not going to make any sense to you because it doesn't say on here what the dyer is, but anywho. So those are the colors that I had pulled for that one, and I had planned on stitching this on a 36 count Plum by Fiber on a Whim. Okay, up next, I'm gonna have to put a picture on the screen on this. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a bunch of bugs, and I got it off of Etsy. So I have fully kitted this because I totally intended on making some like gifts for some of my friends and giving them away. And then I didn't do that. I got caught up doing other things. So I have all the floss, and there's actually some more in here for that project. And then, ooh, I totally forgot about this. And then I have the linen, which is a 32 count black Lugana from Zweigart. And this is half a yard. I might have to pull this for one of my other projects. We'll see. But I have the linen for it, and I have all of the floss, and I have the pattern. So one day I will start that. Okay, next up is a big bag. This one, I'm gonna have to put things back as I do these, because there's a lot in here. These are all my birds. So I want to do all of the, well, I take it back, maybe not all of them. I want to do a lot of the Bird Crush Club birds from Lindy Stitches, and so I have a lot of those in here. And then I have a couple other birds that are, I think I can finish in a similar way. And so I plan to do those. First up is the Blue Flower Winter Quail. And I have like a bunch of fabric in here, but I don't really have them like together, but I have a bunch of fabric pulled. So, and then I also have Edna Goes to Brunch by Lindy Stitches. And I've got some floss pulled for that. To make this work for the same finishing as the others, I'm probably just gonna try to minimize this and maybe take out this orange and just kind of scrunch it and not do the words. Some of the, okay, actually let's do the patterns first, and then we'll talk about the fabrics. Okay, that one I already did. I have, I have black-bellied whistling ducks. And then, okay, I'm not organized. Okay, so I have the black-bellied whistling ducks. And then I also have all of the flosses for the black-bellied whistling ducks. And then I have the western meadowlark. And I don't have anything pulled for him. I just have the fancy floss for it. I have the Lewis's woodpecker. And just have the fancy floss for that guy. The lazuli bunting. And I have all of the floss for that guy. And some of the flosses go on multiple things, so that's why I don't have all of them in there. I have the black-throated gray warbler. And I have a couple flosses for that one. And then lastly, I have the American goldfinch. And then I just have the fancy floss for that one. And then I have several fabrics for these guys. And then I have a little card where I'm keeping track of which ones are which. So I'm gonna be using 32 count Finian from Seraphim Fabrics. And 32 count, I think these are all 32 count, Spearmint from Forbidden Fiber Co. And it's cut because I've used it on one of them, but I think I'm gonna use it on another one. I also have 32 count Water Spirit from Seraphim Fabrics. And 32 count Blue Slate Lugana from Zweigart. I believe this is for the whistling ducks because that was one that I was trying to stitch next. And then I have 32 count sea spray from Seraphim Fabrics as well. So those are all of those. I have no idea where that came from. What is going on here? Well, that is unfortunate. Where could this have come from? Okay, also something that I just found in my lap that I didn't show with my Monster Wonder Whale is the little needle minder that it came with and the needle. There we go. He's super cute too. We're gonna put him back in the box so he doesn't get lost. Where did that floss come from? That is gonna drive me absolutely crazy. I'm gonna try to move on. I don't know if I can. Okay. Oh, I take that back. We have a couple more of the birds because these were ones I was actually going to start. American Avocet and Long-Eared Owl, all by Lindy Stitches. And I have all the flosses for those. Fully kitted up, ready to go. These are even in a fabric project bag, ready to go. Okay, some more birds. Can you tell that I like birds? I like birds. Okay, in this bag, I have February Rose-Breasted Cockatoo from the Airmail series from Lindy Stitches. I have all of the flosses for this, and I also have some fabric. I was going to say I don't remember, but then I just saw the tag on here. It is 32 count Silver Moon. I believe this is the white card. Silver Moon. I also have March Oriental Turtle Dove by Lindy Stitches and the floss for that. Those are some finishing supplies. And I have a 32 count Stone by Fiber on a Whim that I'm planning to do the, okay, hold on, I have my notes. I'm planning to do the Dove Airmail and my turkey for November. I need to put this with my turkey so that I don't lose that. And then also in this particular bag, I have from the Year in the Woods series from Cottage Garden Samplers, I have the Woodpecker. I love these birds. I don't know why I haven't started them. Again, it's just the time. And okay, and I have, oh, I can't even read that, 32 count Sand by Picture This Plus for my woodpecker, which, is that the called for? No, It's not the called for. But I have that, and I also have all of the flosses ready to go. Fully kitted up. And then I also have the barn owl from Year in the Woods that I want to stitch on this 32 count jade by Picture This Plus. All of the flosses ready to go. I even have them on floss drops. I mean, that is how ready I thought I was at one point in time to start stitching this up. They're all on floss drops, ready to go. I think I mentioned before in a previous video, but in case you're new, thank you for joining. I like to print out a little picture of the pattern, and I laminate it and I put it on my floss ring so I can know which project the flosses are. And that is especially helpful for when I'm going to put a project away. Sometimes I procrastinate and I don't put all of the flosses away right away. So I might just like kind of throw everything together, and then it's helpful to know where those threads came from. Also, if you have more than one project in the same project bag, also very helpful. Getting somewhat close to the end. We're close to the end. Okay, so in this bag, I have a couple of things. So this is Ink Circles Henna Mandala, and I bought this pattern from the Stitching Bee retreat that I attended this summer. And I bought all of these fabrics and the flosses for them there. And so the fabric that I have pulled for this is a 36 count linen from Live and Dye. And I also have pulled I specifically bought Autumn Splendor from Live and Dye LA. So these are the floss and fabric for that one. And while I was there, I had the pattern Whip It Good from Heart Street Samplery. And I decided this would be an excellent time to kit that project up. So I have pulled, I specifically got this 36 count Dusk from Live and Dye LA. And then I got a couple of potential threads. I am not 100% sure which one exactly I'm going to use for this project. I feel like I'm kind of leaning towards the blue, but I also want to make sure that it shows up on this fabric. But those are a couple options for that. And then I don't have the pattern, but Heartstring Samplery, I don't know if you'd call it a series, but they have several projects, patterns that are in the same theme. So this one was Whip It Good. There's also Who Let the Frogs Out. So I specifically got this one, which is Evergreen Dew, 36 count by Live and Dye LA, for that project. And I also got some floss, which is Smack the Jellyfish. I think those will look nicely together. And then I thought I had one more. Oh, and then, so this is the same fabric that I had pulled for my Hilda Blue Hilda and Sunflowers too, but it's a 36 count, and another one of those heartstring samplery projects is called Hoop There It Is, so this could be a potential for that. And I have a mermaid from Live and Die LA. So those are my plans for those projects. Okay, I ordered I don't know if I'd call it a kit because it didn't come with fabric, but I ordered a box. I ordered a box from Cottage Garden Threads, and it was called Hearts for Pam because one of their members, I think, was maybe having heart surgery. I don't remember exactly, but they were like taking some pre-orders and then some stuff came later. So I have several patterns that go with all of these Cottage Garden threads that I have, which are all absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. It also came with a cute little needle minder and this little thread keeper. So cute. And then I don't know what this is, something that came with it. And then I got a ton of patterns for this. But some of the things that I'm most interested in stitching from this is called Stitch for a Friend with my heart and my hand from Darling and Whimsy Designs. A cute, looks like a cute little Quaker guy. From the Blue Flower, this is Seasons of the Heart, Hearts for Pam. And I actually have, so Blue Flower has some other seasons like for spring, fall, winter, summer. And I actually have all of those patterns. So I would like to do all of those and this one. This one was also super cute. This is Ink Circles, Hearts Entwined. Adorable. Jan Hicks Create Hopeful Heart Prayer Flag. Super cute. Okay, that one has the pattern on it. I can't show it to you. Anyways, but there were several patterns that came with this, and I have all of the threads. Just need to pull my fabric from stash. Okay, and then, so if you've been watching me for a little while, you'll know that I love the Heart and Hand Tiny Towns. So I have several Tiny Towns in here. That being a honey of a tiny town. And I think this fabric, I have several fabrics in here too. So I think this is for that one. This is a 36 count doubloon from Picture This Plus. I also have Seaside Tiny Town. And 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus for that one. And then this is not a tiny town, but I like this one a little bit better than their patriotic one. But this is Star Spangled Street from Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I actually had plans to start this year. I recharted the whole thing to make sure that it would fit the same dimensions as the other ones that I have. And so I had to, I think, make some of the houses a little bit shorter. And I think I deleted this little quilt, but I didn't want to delete him entirely, so I like moved it over, I think, onto the little barn. So I'm really super excited to start this because I think it's going to be so cute. And also I won this from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, from Olivia, from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. Gosh, I think like 2 years ago. So I would really like to stitch this and pass on this chart to someone else who would really enjoy it. But there's that. And I also want to get the Thankful Tiny Town, but I haven't purchased that yet, and because I didn't have time to add it to my list this year, so I'll pick that up later. And I think that's the only other Tiny Town that I either haven't stitched that I want. So there's still a few months missing that won't have their own dedicated Tiny Town, but we'll see what else they come up with. Or maybe I can come up with something myself. We'll see. Okay, and last but not least, I should have talked about this in my Christmas. I don't know, oh my gosh, I don't know that I'm gonna start any of these in December, but these are some more ornaments that I have. This is Jingle Bell Star Ornament and the Jolly Truck Star Ornament, both by Teresa Kogut. And I have some fabric for those. I believe this is the same, actually, this is the same fabric, and I think it's the fabric that I'm supposed to be using for the Vivsters 12 Days of Christmas ornaments. And this is 32 count light sand. So I've got that for those. And then I'll have to put up a picture of it, but they're in the ornament book from the first Jingle Ball, because I think that's the only one that I ordered. There was a cute little ornament from Heartstring Samplery. And so I have this fabric to stitch on that. And I think it was, if I remember correctly, it's just like a black. So, I mean, I've got that. I can pull that. But this is 32 count. I can't read that. I don't know if it's Rubius or Ruby, or it looks like some of it's, it looks like some of the tag is missing. But anyways, I have this red, bright red fabric for that one. And then you also put some little jingle bells on it. So I've got all of the bells for that. Actually, I'm gonna pull this and stick it in my other one for projects that I want to start this December, because I think it is super, super small, and I think I could maybe like stitch that in a day. Would have to look at the count. And then I have this in the wrong project bag, but these are the little finishing boards for all of the Polar Plunge from Hands On Design. And these are from Chantel's 141 design. But they're the little cuts of ornaments for those. And that's all that I have. Those are all of my fully kitted to partially kitted projects. I consider all of these kitted things. Those are my rules. You do your rules. But anywho, so thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you have kitted anything that I have kitted and you want to start something, let me know. Because stitching things with friends is always more fun. So until next time, thanks for stopping by my channel. Bye. My bad. I have a few other things. Next, I have a kit from Plum Street Samplers. This Happy Morning. Yes, it's called this Happy Morning. So I actually bought this as a kit. I have all of the floss, and I bought this as a kit from somewhere, whoever had the exclusive for this, and they sent me a piece of fabric to go with it. The fabric that is called for is a 36 count hog bristle by Fox and Rabbit Designs. But the piece of fabric that they sent me, I don't know that it's that fabric, and I'm a little irritated about that. Because they did not tell me that they were substituting it, and it looks significantly darker than what this picture shows. And then also I've seen some other people show their hog bristle, and it just, mine is very, very dark. So I don't know if that was just like kind of like an off dye and that particular piece was really dark, but I have several other fabrics that I would potentially pull for this that I can use on that. But so there's that one. I also have Plum Street Samplers Henpecked, and I have the finishing and the floss pulled for that one, and I can just pull from my stash on the fabric. I have Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. And I have the floss pulled for that. And then I also have Violet's Blue by Blackbird Designs. And I have some floss pulled for that. And I don't think either of these, I don't think I pulled the called for. I think I pulled some things a little bit darker, because I want my houses to, at least on this one, I want the house to show up a little bit darker. Okay, that's all that I have. Thank you for joining me. If you like this content and my other content, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye. Okay, where does this go? Oh my God, it's gonna drive me so insane. Maybe I just need to put it away. Maybe it just fell out of something, and like a place it shouldn't be. I don't know. In case you had to know, I think the missing floss goes with this pattern. I think I just put it in the bag like that, and that's why it got lost.